it's really gratifying that these characters have persisted in people's hearts and minds, and there's still a love for them and so forth. So we couldn't be happier about that. It's great. Good 30-year anniversary.
So like as years go by with us and then we come back with a fresh perspective, so do the toys and the kid that they've grown up with. So you feel like you're evolving with them.
You embrace time passing. I mean, and these movies take a long time to make, they take a long time to come out, and so every time we're checking back in with them, it feels like we have an entirely new chapter to discuss.
Yeah, they're old friends. I just love revisiting them. We loved getting to play with them as we made this movie, and I'm just excited that audiences are finally going to see it.
I know, it's friends old and new. Tony Hale's kind of a newcomer to the thing, but of course, this guy's been here forever. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. And of course, the idea, with the toys, they are made out of plastic. They don't age. So it's always a shock to see us looking at each other going, oh.
I wanted to keep the same as I wanted to reunite with Woody. It was a very touching scene in 4 where we said goodbye to each other. And that's all I wanted. When he said, are you going to do it again? I said, as long as there's a cool scene, and there is a cool scene. Very short, but it's sweet. I wanted to reunite with my buddy.
Halt! Who goes there?
Whoa. Sorry. My name is Woody. I come in peace. These movies are really about deep, long-lasting friendships and how adversity comes along, but everybody can get together and help the other person out when they need a hand. I think it's weird that these stories about toy slinky dogs and marionettes and styrene spacemen end up being a lesson for us all in the real world,
Atlas!
Morty!
Oh!
Is it really you?
It's really me!
Oh my goodness,
yes!
you look great!
The double A team is back!
It's great storytelling, and it's amazing animation and art direction. I mean, the creative team behind these is superlative. They're the best, absolute best. So I think that's it. I mean, they really work hard on telling a great story, and they tell it beautifully. And I think they never lose sight. There's been so many advances in animation and what you can do, and I think they never lose sight of the fact that it has to be an amazing story.
It means so much to me to actually be a part of this film in some small way, just because it's such an incredible world of imagination and playfulness and mischief and humor and comedy and tragedy. It's raised so many kids just like me. Like, I watched Toy Story when I was 5, and I've watched every single one of the films so many times. So I really think that, like, to be able to be welcomed into something that has welcomed me unknowingly its entire existence, just as a fan, feels like very poignant for me and for my family.
I was so excited because I felt like there was a Jessie story in there, and I knew if they were going to do it, it was going to be really good, and you don't always get that opportunity. In the whole business, you don't always get that opportunity to work with the very best of the best. And so I was thrilled, honored. I was honored.
We were just excited about connection, because connection unites toys and tech. Kids, in a very important way, connect with their friends online in a way that we wanted to treat seriously, but we also wanted to propose that, hey, connecting with playtime is just as important, and it's this superpower that you and your friends can always access. So,
I mean, also it's just trying to lean into what's real and true. I mean, everybody's struggling. Both we're struggling with our relationship with tech, our kids are struggling with the relationship with tech. So just trying to represent it in a really honest way without judging, but just trying to give some hope and optimism at the end.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. I noticed 8 years ago that it was in younger and younger hands. And by the time I started writing on this, it wasn't going away. I'm like, oh, this is like television. It's not going out of the house. Yeah. So that makes interesting subject matter for not only anybody, but for the toys. What does that do to the toys?
I think, it's in all around us now, and the idea of having a story that doesn't involve that and show that. And it seemed like a great thing, since kids used to play with toys, and now the tech's come in, and finding the way to do that without, at the end of the day, vilifying tech, because it kind of just is in a lot of ways. It was an interesting challenge, but I think Andrew and Kenna and Lindsey really threaded the needle with Pete's help and did a beautiful job.
Yeah, it's something that we explored a little bit in Toy Story 4, and then it didn't really work in the film, but it clearly deserved its own spotlight, which this movie does really focus on. And I think we all face it, right? We face it with our kids, seeing our kids looking on their screens instead of having the imagination time. And, you know, I think there's no absolute evil for it, but, you know, it's something that we're all struggling with.